All right, what's going on, guys? Today is the last episode of the Bed Project podcast of 2024. So, got him. All right, so what a shitty intro, huh? Whatever. I was gonna stop and re-record that, but whatever. So I actually just did something. I actually just did this thing, and I don't know what it's called, so I asked ChatGPT. I asked Gabriel Pete Thomas what it was. And apparently it is self-dialogue therapy or future self-journaling, which I think sounds corny. So self-dialogue therapy? I don't know. But anyway, I've gotten this idea from Matthew McConaughey, I believe, and Alex Hormozi. And then I think somebody else, I can't remember, but they talked about similar methods. Because Matthew McConaughey's got that thing where he says, someone asks him, who's your hero? And he says, me in 10 years or whatever. And then he's like, you'll never meet your hero because once you're you in 5 years, and your hero then is you in 5 years from there, so on and so forth. And I took that and I kind of combined it with what Alex Hormozi has, which he kind of consults with his 80-year-old self about the things that he should do or whatever. So I combined the two and I'm like, okay, it's just going to be me in the future, the accomplished, wiser, smarter, better off me from the future. And all I did was I opened up a Word doc. I'm not going to read it entirely. I'm not going to read any of it. I'm just going to read the intro here. And I literally wrote, hey, Bryson, what's going on? As if that's me talking to me now. Me then talking to me now. And how I started off was, I'm feeling stuck with my effort. I want to work on these things, but I struggle with believing they're what I should be working on right now. And then he said, sounds so weird to say that. This is some voodoo shit, bro. What is it that's causing you to feel that way? And so all I did was go back and forth. And I feel really good, actually. I feel a good clarity of mind, actually, from doing this. And call it what you want. Call it talk to myself. Call it, I don't give any kind of shit. But it's helpful, man. And so I might do this more often because I really do feel much better. I'm not going to read it because it's kind of really personal journal shit, but maybe in the future. But so there was a couple times where I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of writing what I believe that I would say to my younger self in the future now. And the way that it ended, it was like I had one more thing to say to myself. And so the way that it ended, I was just like, everything that I was thinking of that I would say, it didn't make sense to me. It was just like, I wouldn't say that. It was like, work harder. I wouldn't say that. Oh, have faith and trust I wouldn't say that. Drink more water. I wouldn't say that. And I'm going to keep this private. But the thing that I did come up with, I had this feeling like this, because when I was thinking about what would I tell myself in the future than now, everything that I was thinking of just wasn't hitting the spot, we'll call it. But then one thing did pop up and I was like, oh, yeah. And it almost made me emotional, actually. So there's that. So I wrote it down, and now I'm looking at it, and it's glaring me in the face. So now I need to make sure that these things happen. So maybe in the future I'll share these things. For sure in the future I'll share these things, but right now I'm not going to go any further. But I'll tell you what, it did help, and just rereading this conversation that I just had with myself. Sounds weird as shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. Makes me feel better, makes me have clarity of mind, and makes me better. Then why would it ever be a bad thing? It doesn't hurt anybody else. Keeps me, whatever. So yeah, I just did that. It's something that I've wanted to do for a little bit of time now, and I was honestly just kind of thought, it's kind of corny. Don't really want to do that. But I did it, and I actually feel better. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. So if we go back and we listen to the very first episode, or the New Year's episode of my podcast. What is that one? Oops, wrong one. The New Year's episode of my podcast. Oh, what the hell is this? Fucking load, bro. So let's go back and listen to that. I just want to reflect really quick, see how we're doing, because I'm going to end the show. Okay. New Year. Oh, is this the sneeze episode? Hold on. First. Okay, what is this?
What the fuck's going on, guys? Episode 73 of the...
You know what? Intro, outro. I think I need to find this on Spotify, actually, because I think my intro, outro, the very first one is on here. Am I wrong? I think I'm wrong. No, I didn't put intro music until after. Well, anyway, it's episode 73. Let's go find it. Here we are, arriving now. New Year's Eve scheming. First draft of an intro, outro, social media. Okay, this is what I wrote. Straight up, every episode from here to 99. I don't know the details of what I talked about. I haven't listened to any of my own episodes. Maybe I should so I can hear how silly goose I sound, huh? Oh well, the purpose of documenting everything is to do just that, document everything. At the time of uploading this podcast, it's January 29th, 2024. I've decided to bulk upload for the next few days to catch up to where I am now within one day, episode 102. Sneeze cast. Yeah, so this is the sneeze episode. So let's go straight to that. So
Your manager.
did you guys hear that? Hold on, let me rewind here.
It's not mentally stimulating. It's not
Here we go.
intellectually provoking. It's just monotonous. That's all that it is. And how do you tell
Right here.
your manager? I'm glad I got that on. Holy shit. I'm so glad I got that on recording, dude.
So happy 1 year anniversary to Sneeze Cast. So that's pretty cool. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate ya. Anyway, so let's start the show off and see what I'm talking about here. So there's no intro, outro. I'm pretty sure. Fucking load.
What the fuck's going on, guys? Episode 73 of the BQPOV Daily Podcast Show.
BQV Daily Podcast Show, baby.
You just heard right then and there, right? Whoa, it's bright. We had a good
fast
talk
forward.
about blah, blah, blah. All right, you actually can hear it. Except, lay out my day for the next 366 days. And yes, because it's leap year. And so I woke up. So it's funny because I was talking about it yesterday, how I didn't want to sleep all day because I'm not interested in doing that shit. But I pretty much slept all day today. I slept until 10 a.m. almost 10 a.m.
Nice, dude.
For me, that's the longest I've slept in fucking all year, dude. So.
Oh, you know what? This is this the wrong episode? No, this is the right one. This is the right one. We're good.
But it felt good. It was much needed.
This is an hour-long show? What the fuck? Let me fast forward a little bit.
How I was thinking about all that. It's just some deep shit, man. So, it's real.
I'm not saying enough words, so I'm already out. Bryson, talk faster, bro. That was episode 73. It's crazy because you can hear me talking in this one. Let me turn it up real quick.
Move to New York and became a billionaire, and you just never know. Or the next day they could have got hit by a bus and they passed away. You just never know.
What am I talking about, bro?
Me sharing all that is just you never really know the last time something's going to happen until you know. And when you know, it's usually because of unfortunate.
Hey, let's not bring the mood down, Bryson. Fuck. That's what I would tell my younger self. Hey, don't bring the mood down, bro. Fuck. Anyway, I just wanted to reflect real quick and see what I was up to then. We'll do one more chance.
See her do this? It's crazy, dude. It's fucking unbelievable. So, anyway, that's powerless. So, we're doing that. Oh, I wrote that on the wrong thing, dude.
Okay, I'm not saying enough words, so I believe that what I said was valuable, but I'm not giving myself enough time a day. Be better, Bryson. Okay. So today is December 31st. It's the last day of the 2024 year. This year has been magnificent for so many reasons. I've also developed a lot of my own beliefs, my own opinions and stances on certain things. And over this year, I have come to the conclusion that waiting to do anything or starting anything because it is a new year Well, hold on. You can start whatever you want, whenever you want. But if you're waiting to start something until the new year or a Monday or the first of the month or a start of a new week or whatever, I think that's stupid as shit. And I think how I've come to that conclusion is when I started thinking about the days and the weeks and the years and everything like that of the year, every year, and how we give these cycles of days labels and we live life based on these labels. And of course, there is structure and organization within these things. But overall, it just dictates so much of how we live life. And what I mean is, Saturday, Sunday, those specifically labeled 24-hour cycles, those are the days that most people don't go to work. And those are the days that we consider a weekend, like the end of a week. So why don't we call it the week beginning, the week beginning for Monday, Tuesday? Oh, technically it should be Sunday, right? Because that's the start of week. So anyway, but for me to think, okay, well, we don't just have these things like if we're to just walk out in the middle of a field, show me that it's whatever day of the week that it is. Show me that it's the 5th of whatever month we're in. Show me that it's August. Show me that it's July. Show me how you would know that. Exactly. You couldn't. Okay. Now I'm not talking about like looking at the sun and the shadows and the stars and all that shit. That's factual. But we've given labels and grouped days into bundles of 30, sometimes 31, once a year, 28, and then once every 4 years, 29. We group these together. We call a week 7 days, and we call it a day 24 hours, which that one makes the most sense. A day and a year make the most sense because it's in rotation with the earth and the sun. I get that, 100%. As far as a week goes, and as far as a month goes, and as far as grouping that shit together, I'm like, why is anybody waiting any time at all to start anything? I mean, the difference between December 31st and January 1st is the same difference between 2:04 and 2:05 p.m. It's the same fucking thing. Just 1 second difference. That's it. That's the differentiator right there. That's it. The only thing that's different there is 1 second. That's it. So to wait for a specific set of numbers to be on a calendar that is man-made to start doing anything is just whatever. I'm beating that up, but that's something that I've come to believe more and more. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe months and weeks and labels and this shit are so important and it's so critical that we have them and we'd be lost without them. Maybe I'm wrong. I remain open-minded. However, no, they're dumb. So whatever, I'm playing. Of course, I remain open-minded all the time, but it's just... So reason why I'm saying that is because it's Tuesday, December 31st, 2024. It's going to be weird because tomorrow's going to be 2025. Crazy. This podcast is officially in 3 different years. That's pretty cool. As of tomorrow. If you're listening to the show, it's as of today because you're listening today, which is January 1st. But I'm recording this on, it doesn't matter. So the reason why I'm saying all this is because I think last year I was like, hey, what are my goals for this year? What do I want to achieve this year? What do I want to do? And like, of course I have year goals. It is a good time frame, right? A year. A full year, front to back, 1 rotation around the sun. That's a year. Like I said, a year and a day, those are factual. I mean, we call it a day, we call it a year. And we just made those words up. But anyway, there's a lot of caveats to everything I'm saying, so don't pull me apart. Hopefully you understand what I am trying to get at. But anyway, I don't have any big, huge goals that I want to set for the new year. I have goals already that have just been set, and it just so happens that they're for next year. And I do think it is cool to set a huge goal, and I'm going to say that here. And even saying it makes me feel like such an imposter because, like, what the fuck? Who am I to think that? But I think that's one of my struggles right now is I almost don't believe in these massive goals with the timeframes that I'm assigning to them because I put it in my other Instagram account, which I think I'm going to delete. I don't need that shit anymore. Just the more and more I think about it, I'm like, my focus is in so many different places. I mean, not saying I'd be further or not as far along with my stuff if I did or did not have this podcast, this very one. part of me thinks that I put a lot of focus, time, energy into making these and documenting and, uploading it and writing about it and all that stuff. But it is a very, very, very long-term investment, and it is something that will pay dividends in the future and give me all the credibility in the world and more. And dare I say, I might even get a documentary made out of this whole thing, because nobody in the history of time has ever done this. Now, that's way out there, and I get that. But, unless you guys can show me somebody else who's documenting every single day of their entire life in the context of entrepreneurship and self-development as a man for the next 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, then I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. Podcasts might not even be around in 10 years. So who knows? But we're not even, you don't even know. But so I don't have any goals. I don't have any New Year's goals. I'm not really trying to start anything, not today, but tomorrow. But to be hypocritical here, kind of, one thing that I really want to stop doing is doing any form of complaining or any form of gossip or any form of bitching or talking shit or anything like that. Because, for one, it does nobody any good. I believe it's a time waster. I believe that it's an energy sucker. I believe that the people who talk shit are also the people, what's that saying? People who talk shit to you will talk shit about you. Because here's the thing. So if I hear somebody who has said something to another person that I like, or that I feel like we have a friendship or relationship or whatever, that tells me that person who I have a friendship or relationship with has talked shit or down or negative about me to then make the other person feel comfortable enough to do so behind my back. Meaning the person that I have a friendship with or a relationship with is actually talking shit behind my back. And now, does that make them a friend, or does that make them a piece of shit? Well, I don't think a friend would do that. However, I'm not the best example for that either. I think people do stupid shit, and I really got to vent to somebody to say, hey, so-and-so is fucking idiotic. We got to fix this shit. And I don't want to do that anymore. I feel like I'm just the average person just bitching and moaning about this or that because something didn't go wrong or something didn't go right. And I don't want to do that anymore. It just makes me feel gross inside every time, because I know I'm better than that. I know where my standards are, and I'm not living up to those standards as far as keeping my mouth clean and keeping other people's names out of my mouth. Because someone does something stupid, and I'm like, dude, you fucking see what this person, what a dumb, whatever. Now, I hate to admit that, but it is what it is, and it's a documentation show, so I gotta be honest about every single thing I do. And my name is Mike Tyson. All of a sudden, so gossiping and complaining and bitching and all this stuff, I just don't want to do that anymore. And so my goal as of right now is to just stop that completely. And I'm sure I'm going to fuck up and cave in a couple times here and there, and I'm sure it's going to be whatever, but it is what it is. I just want to be better at that. So if I were to say that I have any kind of resolution, it would be to not focus or not give the attention to that type of shit, because it's not beneficial whatsoever. And I want to be more empathetic to people when they voice concerns or when they have struggles or when they're going through something, because I feel that my voice keeps cracking so much. I feel that maybe what I have undergone myself and put myself through has proven to me that most problems can be fixed by just putting in the work and just putting your head down and just working. Because a year ago, I was sad. I thought I'd never find a girlfriend. I thought I didn't have any ideas. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Had a podcast. That was cool. Working on a supplement. I guess that, but I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just wanted to be better, and I didn't know how to do that. So I just forced myself to do things. So this is when I was taking an ice bath. This is when I was going on morning jogs. Last year, I went to bed at like 9 p.m. and woke up at 6 or whatever and went for a run. I have the photo on my phone, or the video on my phone, and I'm proud of that. And dude, I just got chills, bro. I am proud of that, because had I had a party or had I socialized and went out with family or went out with friends or whatever, yeah, I'd have a good laugh and a good memory, but I feel good knowing that I went to bed early last year and that I woke up, went for a run, came home and got my shit going. Started my year off with discipline. That's fucking cool. I like that. Not saying that I wouldn't appreciate a good time or a good laugh or whatever, but for me personally, I value that more than a memory or whatever, like a traditional memory of fun or whatever with the boys. So that's pretty cool. That's actually a really cool reflection point right there. But yeah, so I want to be more empathetic when people voice their concerns or whatever to me, because like I was saying, I've put myself through the ringer. I've put myself through the ringer and mentally very hard on myself. And so when someone's like, "Oh man, this sucks," I'm like, "No, it doesn't, bro. No, it fucking does not. Your attitude does." And so either, maybe both, but I need to work on being more empathetic, as well as laying the law down, if you want to call it that, when people are just being pansies. Now, I'm that a lot. So again, working on a lot of shit. I'm not saying I'm above the law here. I'm not trying to be Mr. JB and pardon the whole goddamn country. But neither here nor there. 20 days until America gets back on track. But anyway, I just want to be better, you know. I just want to up my standards a little bit, be an example, do better. And so I want to do that. And so I'm just trying to define where the lines are and where the boundaries are for myself so that I am always living up to my standard, not being a hypocrite, not being this or that or whatever, and really just focusing on my shit. Because with this little therapy session that I had with myself, I asked my future self some of the things that I need to focus on. And what I truly felt from the bottom of my heart is standards, focus, and learning. And I gave reasoning, or he gave reasoning. I don't know how to talk about myself in the future, but I gave myself reasoning as to why these were the three things to focus on. And again, these were three things that I was sitting there and I'm like, what would I say? This is what I would tell me. And I wrote those. And standards, focus, and learning. And in the future, I'll probably dive into this because this is cool stuff. But that's the advice that I gave myself. And that's what I'm going to focus on. So standards, focus, and learning. That's that. So happy 2024. I don't have any kind of reflection that I want to do because, where is it at? Where's my fucking calendar at, bro? You know when you can't find something that you've always had open for forever and that's just gone the second you need it? Okay, here we go. I pulled up my calendar. So I'm not going to do any kind of reflection on this episode because next week, January 8th, I have the bed recap episode. So it's going to talk about the last 90 days last 91 days. And I'm going to figure out all the things that I've done. And yeah, so if I look back, I think it was in October. I'm pretty sure it was October. Let's see. Yeah, on October 9th, I had a recap episode as well. So next week is going to be the next 90 days. So I'm going to reflect on the last 91 days, and we'll see what I've done in the last 3 months. See, I'm not going to put anybody on blast, but I just got a text, and it says, "Thank you for being supportive, dude. I really appreciate it." I didn't know this person was this person wasn't in my life 3 months ago. And all I did was reach out, make sure that they were all right, and see if I could do anything, help them out. How is that? I feel like now this person might feel heard or seen or acknowledged because I simply just asked, "Hey, are you all right?" And it's cool because that's pure intent right there. It's not me trying to do any other type of thing other than make sure this person is all right. You're a good guy and good natured. Don't ever change. Now that's the kind of shit that I needed to hear, man. That's cool. I don't plan to. All right. Before we start fucking bawling our eyes out, That's pretty much. What was I just saying, bro? I feel like I got to rewind and talk about. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna reflect in the last 90 days next week, and then we're gonna see what I did, what I accomplished. So yeah, that's it. That's the show. That's all I got for you. So now I'm gonna go role play, get that shit out of the way. Then I'm gonna get ready, and I'm gonna go spend my evening with my lady, and we're gonna go get yummy food, and then we're gonna go. I actually don't know what the fuck we're doing. I just know I'm going to spend it with her, and I'm excited about that. So, if I had it my way, I'd be going to sleep right now so I could wake up at 1 a.m. and get a head start. I mean, not really. I'd probably go to bed at normal time, but let's go have date night. That's what we're going to do. Also, I don't work tomorrow, so that's fucking phenomenal. Yeah, so anyway, that's the show. Appreciate you guys listening. Happy New Year. Kick some ass this year. And just remember that these numbers, these labels, these rotations of the earth, these 7-day bundles, these 30 or these 4-week bundles into a month, and these 12 bundles of months into a year, they're man-made. We just gave them a label for structure and organization. You don't have to follow them. You can do what you want. Just because it's Monday doesn't mean you have to do this or that. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you have to do this or that. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. They're just labels for structure and organization, such as we have folders and shit for paper. You don't have to use folders for paper. You can put it in a fucking binder if you wanted to. You don't even have to use a binder. There's no rules here. They're just guidelines. Now, I realize how hippy-dippy this sounds, but hopefully the point and the principle behind what I'm saying comes across. If it doesn't, then I'll go fuck myself. Anyway, Happy New Year. Peace out.